Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And yes, actually, of course, I do have some questions for Ms. McGraw, because Croatia does play an important role in stabilizing the Western Balkans, particularly Bosnia-Herzegovina, where Bosnian Croats represent one of the three constituent peoples in the country. Previous administrations have provided assistance to Bosnia's energy sector to work toward the completion of a gas interconnector that would link Bosnia's gas infrastructure with Croatia's, which, if completed, would break Bosnia's total dependence on Russian gas. It would make Croatia a regional leader, and it would provide an easy pathway for U.S. liquefied natural gas to reach the Western Balkans. The holdup, and the reason I'm focusing on Bosnia here, is because the holdup has been the Bosnian Croat leader, Dragan Kovic, who has actively blocked this effort at every move, attempting to leverage the project to increase his own personal power. So if confirmed, will you engage with the Croatian government to prioritize the completion of this pipeline and to put pressure on Kovic to agree to the project?
To Croatia, I will make sure that I engage with the embassy in Sarajevo and Ambassador Murphy there, as well as my Croatian counterparts. It's extremely important that we continue to work on trying to get that southern interconnection built. Not only will it advance more energy from U.S. exporters to the region, but since the Kirk LNG terminal is going to double its capacity, it will position Croatia as a leader in the Balkans to be able to then become an energy exporter and deter the Russians from continuing to be the only one that supply gas in the region.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your knowledge of the project. And will you also commit to calling on for U.S. sanctions for Kovic if he continues to block the completion of this project?
Thank you, Senator. I haven't been updated on the sanctions yet since I'm a private citizen, but if confirmed, I will definitely look into finding out more about that and getting back to you to work with Congress and to work with you specifically on that.
Great. Thanks very much. Mr. Burch, when the Trump administration began to shut down foreign assistance programs globally, Caritas, the charitable arm of the Catholic Church, stated, and I quote, "Stopping USAID abruptly will kill millions of people and condemn hundreds of millions more to lives of dehumanizing poverty. This is an inhumane affront to people's God-given human dignity that will cause immense suffering," end quote. So if confirmed, Mr. Burch, how will you reassure the Holy See that the United States really is committed to saving the lives of those in need and to preventing suffering around the world?
Well, thank you, Senator. I'm not surprised this question came up. I know this is going to be a very challenging issue for myself in this role because of the Holy See's pattern and record of leadership when it comes to humanitarian causes and humanitarian assistance.
Do you agree with that leadership?
Absolutely. I think the Holy See, in fact, has been an exceptional partner for the United States. In fact, some of the NGOs that perform work are some of the best, some of the lowest costs of overhead, and some of the most effective and most impactful programs.
So how do you explain then, how will you explain the U.S. position? Because it seems to me to be totally opposed to what the Holy See has advocated for.
Yeah, this is going to be, the challenge, because I think the president, and I fully support the president and the secretary, have addressed a long overdue problem within some of our foreign aid, which is millions, if not billions, of our dollars have been going to places around the world that are not aligned with United States interests. And the secretary has made clear when he took office that he was recharting and refocusing our foreign aid on places that would make America safer, stronger, and more prosperous. And I think those criteria have to be met by these places. Of course, again, I think the partnership with the Holy See can be a very good one, but I think those partners have to understand that our foreign aid is not endless, that we can't fund every last program.
Are you aware of how much we spend on foreign aid a year? foreign assistance, or how much we did until Elon Musk came in and cut the program?
I'm not aware of the exact numbers, Senator.
It's about 1% of the entire federal budget. So if you were going to name 3 places where you think that that foreign assistance has not been in keeping with our foreign policy, where would you name?
You know, I've read some of the stories about some of the places that our money has been spent, particularly on some transgender mice experiments.
Let me just correct you, that is not the case. That has been interesting and has been used time and again as the reason that Mr. Musk has cut foreign assistance, but those just are not accurate stories.
Well, Senator, I understand there's going to be disagreements over whether or not certain places deserve or don't deserve some of our dollars.
Right, but we should be able to agree on the facts.
Well, absolutely. So I don't doubt that most Americans agree that some of our money has been misspent in places, that we haven't spent our foreign aid perfectly, and that every single grant we make is perfectly aligned with United States interests. This is why I compliment the President and the Secretary. I compliment them for having the courage to take seriously the dollars that taxpayers invest in our country and that we spend around the world and to make sure that they are aligned with United States interests. And this is going to be a process. I understand the Secretary is continuing to review a lot of these grants. I have actually spoken with some of the Catholic Relief Services groups that are working and are recipients of these grants. I understand some of them have recently been reauthorized. Others, of course, are still pending. So I think this is a process that is still under review inside the State Department, and I look forward to working on this issue.
Thank you. I'm out of time. I have some more questions, Mr. Chairman, for the next round.
We'll come back if that's all right. Senator Ricketts.
Great. Thank you very much.